Good evening. Now, my name is Sara Frey, and I am a true Cobb Countyan. I was born here in Kennesaw, April 22nd, 1917. Now, I moved around a little bit in my day, but that was mostly with my first husband, and that would be Joseph Bozeman Sr. But then I came back to the community that I love so dearly. And you can say my community loved me dearly too. They often referred to me as the Queen Mother of Kennesaw. I reigned for 102 years, which makes me the longest lived native of Kennesaw. It also gives me a leg up on some of the boneheads out here, because I know the flying machine place down the road, it's called an airport. Now, in true royal fashion, I'm a lady of many namesakes. Now, my maiden name, Skelton, you can see around town plenty, but those were named for my ancestors. Today, I'd like to talk about the places I saw named in my lifetime. Now, I married Joseph Bozeman Sr. in 1938, and we lived happily together until his passing in 1956. We had 2 children. In fact, one of them was even on this very tour a couple of years ago. Some of you may remember Joe Bozeman. Well, that's our boy. Now, Bozeman Lake was named for us, and as a nature lover, I was very proud to be associated with it. Now, I worked at AT&T as an account supervisor for 30 years, and I remained a widow for 15 years after Joe's passing. But then I met a kind old gentleman named Steve Frey, and our friendship blossomed, and eventually we married, which then connected me to not only another man I loved, but a whole new branch of Cobb County history. Some of you may be familiar with Frey Road. Well, that's Steve's family name, and now it's mine too. Now, Steve was 20 years my senior when we married. I was 55, he was 75. I was a little nervous about what our life would be like, but we had 15 beautiful years together until his health started to decline. He had too much love to keep to himself. He showered me with gifts and his attention until his passing in 1988. Now, he's buried out in Marietta with his first wife. And I always appreciated that the expectation was we'd be buried with our first spouses, so I'm able to be here with Joe. Well, I want to thank you for coming out to hearing me speak tonight, and if ever you're driving down Frey Road, well, I hope you remember the Queen Mother of Kennesaw, who loved this community more than anything. And now, I'd like to introduce you to our next spirit. You might be surprised how much we look alike. Hi, Mama. Everyone,
hey, y'all.
This is my mother.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Very good.
Yeah? Please call me Cora. I hope you enjoyed your time with my beautiful daughter. I hope she didn't say anything too bad about me. Why, the light is available for you to see the 2 most beautiful women in Cobb County. You can't beat that. I was born on January 5th of 1885, right here in Cobb County. Like Billy, we moved around a little bit, but I always stayed involved in the Kennesaw activities wherever we went. I am so impressed with how this little town has grown. And please look at this cemetery. It does my heart good to see it so well maintained. Back in 1931, I organized the Kennesaw Memorial event, which was a fundraising event for this very cemetery, and it lasted for almost 3 decades. I cared greatly for my community and always tried to be an active member. I married George R. Skelton in 1908. We lived at Giles Farm. It was my family's farm. We hosted dinners for so many of our friends and family. In addition, I hosted events for other groups and societies as I worked very closely with the Methodist Church. A particular favorite of mine, one I am so proud of, I was the founding member, was the Big Shanty Garden Club. Can anybody guess where we held the first dinner? Giles Farm. I made peach cobbler. Billy, thank you for making the sweet tea.
You're very welcome.
I passed away on June 6th of 1978 at 93 years old. Our legacy was secured with the naming of Giles Road. Now, Giles Road is a widely used road right here, even if the paving is a little sketchy. I want to thank you for visiting us, my daughter and myself, tonight. And as you travel down Giles Road, bouncing over all the potholes, please think of me. Thank you.